Hey, spiritual streamers, this is Dr. Lloyd-Moffett, and I'm in the little outhouse that I built for the boys, all out of offcuts from building the mushroom for them. I don't use it so much, so you can see there's a little bit of cobwebs here, but it's a perfect backdrop to talk about our next subject, because there are lots of techniques for courting social dishonor. Some of them would be feigning insanity. Some would be living like an animal that is going all fours. Some would volunteer for prison or a crime. Some would take on lowly positions that were not worthy of them. But let me tell you about one of them. And his name is Saint Symeon. Yes, here it is. His name is Saint Symeon. He's from the 7th century. He's a Christian in Syria. And he almost always was naked, running around. He would usually walk on all fours and graze upon wild herbs and roots. People would see him sleeping in the fields with the animals. Many people thought he was crazy, but his biographer said he was slowly weaning himself from the opinions of others that take hold so strongly in people. He would do other things that would suggest that he is crazy. He would sit at the gates of the town where he would tie a dead dog to a leash and drag it around, and people would make fun of him. I don't know why. He would go into the church service and throw water on all the nuns and start eating candles. But here's what his biographer says. He was not crazy. In fact, he secretly would convert people to Christianity, and he could have rational discussions. But what he wanted to do was to provide examples of how unreliable other people's opinions were, because in himself he was a holy man, and yet he would snap out and say, "See, you judged me based not on my heart, not even on my mind, but on external appearances, and that the only judgment that matters is the judgment of God." And so what he was doing in these deliberate acts was trying to send a message to society that attachment to the praise of others, attachment to the opinion of others, is a stumbling block for spiritual development. And if you really have it internalized, like he apparently had, well, then you sometimes need to go to extremes to disassociate yourself from the praise of others. So that's Symeon, 7th century saint out of Syria, often said to be feigning insanity or behaving like animals.